The former Maglin Arena site may not look like much now, but soon it may just become the home to the newest Four Seasons Hotel, which would place Pittsburgh among the ranks of metropolitan tourist destinations like New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. When you think of PNC Banks, you usually think of this kind of green. But now, the new tower at PNC Plaza is set to be the world's greenest skyscraper, which makes the Pittsburgh company a whole new kind of green. Eaton Park restaurants are a staple here in Western Pennsylvania. Loyal customers come for the milkshakes and the smiley cookies. But now, one of Pittsburgh's biggest chains is branching out into the world of spin-off restaurants, opening new eateries for whatever mood you're in. The city of Pittsburgh recently opened new bike lanes in the downtown and North Shore areas, but some people are questioning whether or not the millions of dollars and closures of some two-lane roads are worth it, considering the small number of cyclists in the city. The city of Pittsburgh's Department of Public Works just created a new interactive map to show drivers which roads around town are being paved or under construction. If you go to pittsburghpa.gov and click on the interactive map, you can plan your commute around the road closings the map shows you. PNC Park has once again been named the nicest ballpark in America, just in time for the Pirates' opening day, and fans can't wait to get back into the stadium to cheer for their Buccos. The former Maglin Arena site may not look like much now, but soon it may just become the home to the newest Four Seasons Hotel, which would place Pittsburgh among the ranks of metropolitan tourist destinations like New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. As Pittsburgh is rapidly becoming a booming city for emerging businesses, major franchises and luxury hotel chains are making their way to the city. Fairmont opened a hotel downtown in 2010, and Kimpton Hotels came to Pittsburgh this past January. Four Seasons is expected to follow suit by 2016.
Four Seasons is a company that usually doesn't look at cities the size of Pittsburgh. They're more like New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, those kinds of cities, and they don't have a ton of hotels. There's 95 hotels in 40 different countries, so getting to Four Seasons is pretty exclusive.
The Four Seasons is currently looking at possible locations for a new hotel, with frontrunners being the Strip District, the former Maglin Arena site, and next to the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. The Convention Center is currently looking for a hotel to fill the space next door in hopes of accommodating football fans after recent news of Pittsburgh's Super Bowl bid. Hotel Monaco behind me opened downtown earlier this year and brought with it its own customer base, meaning more people in the city at any given time. But most downtown residents find the change exciting rather than bothersome.
They're offering great restaurants and just a lot of things to do, different places to go, and just different atmosphere down here, because of the restaurants or the hotels coming in.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. We've already seen a little bit of that with some of the hotels opening up and some of the restaurants like the Commoner, and we love it.
Over the next 2 years, Pittsburgh can also expect some smaller hotel chains to pop up around town, like Hilton Garden Inn, Embassy Suites, and Holiday Inn Suites. Reporting for Point News, I'm Hillary Maglin. Eaton Park restaurants are a staple here in Western Pennsylvania. Loyal customers come for the milkshakes and the smiley cookies. But now, one of Pittsburgh's biggest chains is branching out into the world of spin-off restaurants, opening new eateries for whatever mood you're in. The Eaton Park brand is one of the local pioneers of spin-off restaurants, small restaurants owned by a larger chain that serve the same quality food, but with a twist. Hello Bistro, The Porch in Oakland, and Six Pen Kitchen in Pittsburgh's Cultural District are all new spin-offs of Eaton Park.
The Porch is an amazing place. It's built into the park. It's a great place to hang out and on a summer night and drink a glass of wine, have a great meal outside. Six Pen Kitchen's great for the Cultural District, and Hello Bistro's been really popular for people who are looking for a great lunch.
Hello Bistro has been popular among college students since its launch in 2012, as common locations for the restaurant are near Pittsburgh universities like Pitt and Point Park. While Six Pen Kitchen draws in theater-goers from Cultural District venues like Heinz Hall, right across the street. Eaton Park's goal for their spin-off restaurants is to open the perfect eatery for any occasion, whether it's a quick, healthy lunch or a high-end dinner with friends.
I had no idea that The Porch was owned by Eaton Park. I think it's a really smart idea that they're opening places such as The Porch and Hello Bistro.
I never knew that Eaton Park was owned this place. I always thought it was a local place because, it seems so fancy.
Thanks to the success of the current spin-offs, Eaton Park plans to add one more chain to the family.
We're franchising a concept called Delicious Raw, and it's a juice and smoothie concept. So it's all natural vegetables and fruit made into juices and smoothies.
Customers can find the first Delicious Raw location right next to Hello Bistro on Wood Street downtown later this year.
Reporting for Point News, I'm Hillary Maglin.
With tuition costs rising each year, most of that money going towards housing, many Point Park University students have elected to look elsewhere in the downtown area for a place to call home. The Carlisle, the Riverview, and the apartments above Market Square have been the homes of Pittsburgh's white collar for the past decade. But with university prices on the rise, college students are on the move. Luxury apartments across the city are quickly taking the place of expensive campus dorms, especially for Point Park students.
There's about 928 students living on campus currently, and that changes and varies throughout the year, but I know towards the end of last semester we've seen kind of a decrease of students moving off campus or just choosing to commute. But I do have some friends that I know started living in the Stanwix apartments. There's other apartments downtown.
Looking to stay close to campus without breaking the bank, several Point Park students have moved into these nearby apartments like the Standard Life building on 4th Avenue, which provides affordable housing exclusively for students.
With the Standard Life apartments, we don't have to pay for utilities. It's all included, which also makes the costs a better option for me.
In past years, most students wishing to live off campus have found housing in Pittsburgh's Oakland neighborhood because of easy access by way of a Playhouse shuttle service. However, the Pittsburgh Playhouse's upcoming downtown move may drive even more off-campus students to apartments downtown.
Right now, students that live in Oakland, especially those who are theater students, say that it's more convenient and more, accessible to go to the Playhouse when they just live right down the street as opposed to hopping on a shuttle and coming downtown. But with placing the Playhouse downtown, I think more students will consider living downtown.
While Point Park officials haven't said for sure, there is a possibility that the campus shuttle to and from Oakland could end once the Playhouse moves downtown, which means more students living in Oakland could make the move too. Reporting for Point News, I'm Hillary Maglin. With Point Park University's sky-high tuition set to increase by thousands of dollars by next fall, some returning students are taking action in hopes of having their voices heard by the school's administration. Point Park's Student Solidarity Organization held a protest on campus last Saturday as an attempt to stop the steep tuition increases that students will see in the fall 2015 semester.
Right now we're protesting about the 3.9 to 4.9% tuition increase on Point Park's campus, and we're asking that, first of all, they don't raise our tuition, and second of all, that they tell us where our tuition dollars are going, because we spend tens of thousands of dollars here every year, and there is no tuition transparency.
The Student Solidarity Organization's goals include allowing every Point Park student's voice to be heard and to fight for tuition dollars to go towards things that they say matter, such as higher pay for adjunct professors. However, University President Paul Hennigan says that the tuition increase is considerably less than it could have been.
The increase probably would have been about 8%, and so we've been working very diligently to find a number of things where we can create efficiencies and we can reduce costs, and we're very pleased that we were able to get it down to a 3.9 and a 4.9.
Non-SSO students passing by the protest, like junior Phil Papour, gave their opinions on the tuition increase as well.
Personally, I do support the protest because I think the 4% tuition hike for non-COPA students is a lot, and the 5% for COPA students is a lot, because I know that money is not going to the Playhouse. That's what I originally thought, at least for COPA students, that their tuition raise would go to the building of the Playhouse, and it isn't.
Reporting for Point News, I'm Hillary Maglin.